Hey, what's up everybody? Today, we're going to talk about Orlando Scandrick, the defensive back here, the gritty vet. As you know, it was rumored that the Cowboys wanted to trade him during the draft. Supposedly, the asking price was a third-round pick. Alright? Now, the question is this true? You know, sometimes when the cat gets out the bag, people want to deny it when things don't go through. So we really honestly don't know. Only those individuals in the brain trust know what's up. Orlando Scandrick, he knows as well. So when it doesn't seem like he was happy about it. So to me, I think there was something to it. All right. Now the question now becomes this: if he's a trade, is a guy that Cowboys want to trade, what can they get for him? Okay. Do they want to trade him? So today, we're going to talk about the future of Orlando Scandrick. This is serious. We're full-blown cat mode here, all right? So, Orlando Scandrick, right? So, with him, 30 years old. He's got 3 years left on his 5-year contract. And, you know, he's had some injuries here. So, you have to... These are legitimate questions. Will Orlando Scandrick be with the Cowboys for the 2017 season? For me, I lean towards yes, he will be, only because you want to take your best defensive backs into the season, and even with the guys we added, he's still one of the top ones. Okay, so let's take a look at this slide here, the roster, Pro Football Focus. As you can see here, we have Orlando Scandrick, Brown, Carroll, and the rest of the guys here. Okay, now we look back at last season, the Cowboys carried 5 cornerbacks and they carried 5 safeties. All right, so if we're talking 5 as the baseline, let's try to hash this out. Okay, so looking back at the slide here, Scandrick, Brown, Carroll, you would have to say, you know, just you know, off early projections, it would probably be Scandrick, Brown, Carroll, Owuze, and Jordan Lewis. All right, those to me on paper are the top guys. All right, now the other guys, that's not to say that these other guys could come in here and push for a spot. Marquez White, to me, I mean, he's a guy that they need to develop more. He has holes in his game, obviously, but maybe more of a practice squad guy. You know, we got him late there in the 6th round. So, you know, usually these late round guys, it's hard for them to secure a spot. So if we're looking at that from that point of view, I would say yes, Scandrick would make the team. Now, you know, like any case, if there's an injury, I would say for sure he has to stay here. He has a lot of experience. He knows about the NFC East. He'll be a valuable asset to these young guys. So for me, I'm not so quick to want to get rid of him. I like the player. I like Scandrick myself. I like him a lot. You know, he has his moments, but he does have the injuries towards the end of his career here. You know, he's definitely on the backside of his career. So that's what I think. I think they'll keep him, and I think he'll be on the roster. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Scandrick is a lock for the roster, or do you think at some point they might trade him? All right. I mean, that always is a possibility, you know, if something happens somewhere down the line, but we don't want to think negative thoughts, positive chi, or whatever the hell they call it, right? So, let me know what you guys think. The future of Orlando Scandrick, are you predicting that he'll be a Dallas Cowboy for the 2017 season? Or will he not make the cut? Would he be a surprise cut? Would he be traded? All right, so let me know what you guys think. All right, so I really appreciate you guys. You know, we're getting through this dead zone here where there's not a lot of news coming out, but we are finding interesting topics to talk about, and we'll keep it going. All right, so thanks everybody. We'll see you here for the next video. Thanks guys.